Okay, today is day 149. We have a deal in 5812 Jenny Drive, Fort Worth, Texas, 76133. This is a three bed. Let's see, terms, UPB. I think it's a sub two deal. Entry fee is $25,000, 3.875% interest rate, and PITI of 1795. More info, no issues, all cosmetic. So I'm assuming I need to do some cosmetic fixes. So first thing I did was grab the county just by coming to Redfin. It is in Tarrant County. Then I searched around to see if I could get some more photos of the property from a prior listing. Looks pretty much all good. I don't think I need to do any flooring updates. Maybe I'll set aside $3 a square foot just for painting the property, but it looks pretty good for the most part. So it's 1288 square feet. All right. So on next, the first step we want to do is we want to be able to get a quick look at the street view. Let's take a quick look at the neighborhood just so we can kind of gauge it a little bit. Nothing jumping out to me yet. Just going back and forth in the streets going before and after. Taking a look at it. All right. Nothing's jumping out to me yet. I'm gonna go tophab.com. I'm gonna verify the crime score really quick. Let's see. This is in Fort Worth, and you go to tophab.com, go to the neighborhood section. This crime score is 103. So that's right average. Nothing, no red flags there. So the next thing I want to do is I want to go to look up this smart FMR. So by looking up FY 2024 FMR, go to Texas. Again, all I'm trying to do is figure out whether or not this property is worth my time to investigate further. 76133, 76133, and here is our rent ceiling for a three bedroom, which is $2,200. So let's go ahead, put this in there. 76133. Let me just update these numbers. 76133. I'm doing this because my partners already understand how I analyze deals. So this helps a lot. 2200, 2680, 2680. All right. Now this property, let's just put the purchase price. Did they give me a purchase price? No. So it's $20,000 to the seller, $5,000 for an assignment fee. Terms 207. I'm gonna assume there is a $207,000 loan, 207. And then I'm gonna make the purchase price equals 207 plus the cash to seller. I got 2.5% for my closing costs. For my rehab, I'm just gonna put in 1288 square feet at $3 a square foot to paint the place. That's just general rule of thumb. 1288. I don't need to do any flooring updates. I'll probably replace one of the toilets, maybe the high pressure flush toilet because it's a 3-1. Keep spend $500 to clean the landscaping. I got $1,500 for the roof just in case there's any roof issues that I discover. So that all in all, that's good enough for my analysis to see whether or not this deal will cash flow and what's a cash and cash return there. I got $8,500 for a rehab. So I delete this $20,000 that I already had in the formula because previously I was looking at a property and considering adding additional bedroom, which is why I added $20,000 and that was in the formula previously. But we're not doing that here. Okay. So this property is $2,200 for FMR. Let's see if I can get the market rent. The market rent here, 1854 for a five bedroom. 1854, 1941, 1991, and then for the county is 2088. So 1854, even though my rent ceiling is 2200, I'm going to assume that the max rent I can get is 1900 because of the rent reasonableness test, which means that just because your rent ceiling is 2200 does not mean you can charge more for rent simply because they're a voucher holder. So in this scenario, it's going to be 1900. Now, we've previously talked about how we can quickly draw out deals. And when I see now that the PITI is 1795 and my rent for this property is 1900, There's no way there's only $100 of expenses every single month. There's no way because you got 10% for maintenance, you got 10% for property management, and you probably got another 3 to 5% for vacancy. So in that scenario, I already know that's not a deal. But let's kind of keep on going. Let's plug in the numbers. So the PITI is 1795.01. I'm gonna do 1795.01. I'm gonna subtract the PITI of there. Let's just verify it. Oh, 3.875, not 4%. 3.875% is the interest rate here. I'm gonna update this cell right here. And that allows me to back into the total PI, TI, and I would assume that this was previously occupied by a primary residence seller. So I'd add $35 to the insurance payment every single month because if I'm turning it into an investment property, chances are I need to pay extra every single month for the insurance policy. So as is right now, assuming all my expenses are $1,900 for rent, my PITI here that I backed into, and then the $35 of increased insurance expense, 10% for maintenance, 10% for property manager, 3% for vacancy, I'm now at negative 367. So for me, this is not a deal. And even if you thought about, well, what if you can turn it into a 4-bedroom? Well, let's kind of do the math really quick. Let me just write these scenarios down. 367, cash on cash return is negative 11.3. That's assuming a purchase price of $227,000, which they didn't even disclose in an $85 rehab. Now, was there a garage on this property? No, there's no garage, so it's not going to be an easy conversion to add an additional bedroom. So I don't see any quick ways of doing it. Unless you want, no. Maybe this is like a half living room convert to a bedroom, but then you kind of lose the functionality of a home. So because it's so far away from cash flowing anyways, I'm not going to go and turn this property into a 4-bedroom. Just not worth it. There's not enough lift and there's too much of a margin difference to kind of capture because you're already losing negative 367. Even when you go up by another $400, you're still not going to, you might break even, but you're definitely not going to be yielding a return on this deal. So that's how I quickly brew out whether or not this Subto deal is a deal. Now, you might look for a wrap, you might look for other exit strategies, but for me personally, I'm only looking at the strategy from a Section 8 exit purpose. And that's why it's hard to find a deal. And this is why we analyze deals every single day. This is why I've been underwriting deals every single day, and I've been going live for the past 150 days almost. I hope you guys all do this with me. This is not investment advice. I'm not soliciting any investments. All I'm doing here every single day, I'm just doing the work, analyzing the deals, and helping you all think up through what are the steps that you can take. Sometimes we get a little lost and we don't know where to start. Well, today you can analyze the same deal I analyzed and put it on your own YouTube channel. So you know what to do. So you at least have one option. Sometimes it's so hard to pick about what to do. And sometimes if you just learn to create content while analyzing a deal, which is something that you probably do anyways, right? In order for you to buy 100 properties, you probably have to analyze 1,000 properties. So when you put it on your own YouTube channel, when the time comes, you can look back and reflect to tell yourself, hey, I know what I'm doing because, well, I've analyzed deals for the past 100 days, 365 days. I've done it for at least 15, 20 minutes a day. Well, when you do that for 365 days, you're better than underwriting than 95% of the country. That's all it takes. So stay consistent with me. Keep analyzing deals with me every single day. Doesn't take you that long. And frankly, you can just copy what I did today using the same spreadsheet. And well, just DM me your email at investwithkenhe if you guys do want to get a copy of the spreadsheet. I've been very fortunate to have been given the spreadsheet by other folks, and I've been able to modify it so that it meets my own underwriting approach. And that's all you can do. Look at what I did today with this property and pick one part, just one part, and explain it better, do it better than I did, or go in a better order. Doesn't matter, whatever whatever is more comfortable to you and whatever helps your audience understand it better. This is why I take different sequences all the time because I'm still experimenting. I'm still figuring out what is the best way to explain this underwriting process. What way makes the most sense for me? And that's going to be up to you. And you will only find out the more you do it and the more reps you put in. So have an amazing Monday, everybody. I hope you guys all spend some quality time with your family and friends today.